There is an insane amount of YouTubers right now that are teaching you how to become the next big creator with all these complicated edits, complicated video ideas, and quite frankly, videos that are just impossible to replicate day in, week out, month out with a beginner creator. They just cost too much money. They just take too much time. And the biggest issue that these almost feel impossible to start and get traction and maintain that traction over an extended period of time. But what if I could show you there was actually a simpler path to start, grow, build, and monetize a YouTube channel without having to do all these fancy tricks and honestly feel like you're having to sell your soul just to get YouTube views? And what if I could tell you that literally doing the exact opposite of that is probably going to get you better results than following all that advice? Well, I bet it does. And in this video, I'm going to kind of do a deep dive and really dive underneath the hood of how to actually make that a reality. All right, so my name is Colin Shipp, and first question you're probably wondering is why in the hell should you even listen to me? Well, good question. So the first thing is I'm the co-owner and co-founder of the Blog Growth Engine program. We have the YouTube Growth Engine program, and we have many other ones as well too, and the Adam N4 YouTube channel, which is probably the one that's most relevant here. So you can see here on the screen, we grew the channel from 0 to 170,000+ subscribers in under 24 months. So we don't have the most subscribers in the world, but the number I'm about to share with you is the one that means the most. We've been able to take that channel from 0 to 170K, but in that same time frame, make $7 million from that channel at over 80% profit margin from a single YouTube channel. That's not including paid advertising. That's not including affiliate marketing or affiliates to our products. That's including literally nothing outside of just the leads and attention we've generated from our single YouTube channel that has 170,000+ subscribers. So that is why I'm here to show you that the way of getting 1 million subscribers or 10 million views a month, or all these things that you hear YouTubers talk about that they sound cool on the surface, but I know some big YouTubers. I know people that have very large channels and followings. We make significantly more money with significantly less headache and a lot less risk. So I want to kind of break down what this takes. So I'm going to start by just taking some notes here, writing down of like the number one way you have to view this is really, there's going to be like a few buckets I want to talk about. But bucket number one is you have to have the right mindset from day one. So from day one is you have to have YouTube is a business. So this is pretty obvious, but the amount of creators that don't really think about this, they actually just dive into making videos. They dive into the content creation process. They think, oh, I'm just going to, hit record and make the video and do the thing. Yes, there's a time for taking action, but if you don't have the first thought of that, I'm going to use YouTube as a brand building lead generation tool for my business or the business that you are going to create, the product you're going to create, you're already starting off on the right or the wrong foot. So the right way to start is with that screw down in your head where I am going to build a YouTube channel to serve the people that I want to serve and attract the people that I want to attract and actually build the audience I want to build. So this is step one. Now this is obvious, but I want to go through that is key. Lock that in. Part two of this, understanding the way you can even monetize a YouTube channel, the real way. So I'm going to go through the 4 pillars. So we'll go over here. The 4 pillars of money. So call it 4 pillars of monetization, 4 pillars of money, whatever you want is fine. So pillar number 1 is going to be ad revenue. So ad revenue is just the simple revenue that comes from when people watch your videos, they are going to place ads on those and you're going to get paid from those. Now, depending on your niche, you're going to make between $5 and $50 per 1,000 views. So the simple equations are, it's called CPM or cost per milli, but the reality is you're going to make between $500 and $10,000 a month for most channels between, if you have any reasonable amount of views, which is fine, but that's not going to be the predictable revenue because you're on the content hamster wheel. You have to get a lot of views every single day, week, and month to make a lot of money. And it's just not as predictable. And there's a lot of factors that go into that. So ad revenue is good, but it's not the number 1 way. Number 2 is ways you make money on YouTube are affiliate marketing. So if you can read this handwriting, affiliate marketing, that's really bad. Affiliate marketing is going to be the second tier. So tier 1 is ad revenue. Tier 2 is affiliate marketing. Now, affiliate marketing is great because you're able to incorporate into your video descriptions, incorporate into your content, products and services that you use and recommend. So it doesn't matter what niche you're in, every single product has affiliate marketing opportunities. Now, why this is good is because you're able to actually drive people to products that are not yours, you're not fulfilling on, you're not having to do work on, but you can still make money from those products. And the cool part is that level 1 doesn't affect level 2. So ad revenue does not impact affiliate marketing at all. They go hand in hand together, basically no issues. So let's go to the other pillars. So the other pillars here we have, I'm gonna just go down a little bit. Pillar 3 we have is going to be sponsors. So we have sponsors on our channel. The Adam Effort channel, we have sponsors. You can show we have WPX. We've worked with Surfer SEO. We worked with School.com. We've worked with Uscreen. We've worked with a few other ones. But the reality is that the sponsors are more just there to give us extra revenue. Some sponsors will pay between $1,000 and $5,000 depending on the video or the size. But we go after like niche sponsors that really help add value to the channel. We're not going after like BetterHelp or AG1 or whatever mass market thing you can think of, or some gaming app. We're going after targeted sponsors to our niche that helps our audience, but also we can charge a lot more for the amount of views we're going to get. So these are the 3 tiers. But then the 4th one is my favorite, and that is your own digital products. Can't spell that. And then services, like and/or services. So either your own digital products, that'd be courses, communities, ebooks, downloads, whatever you have, and then our own client service. So it could be agency work, it could be done with you work, it could be coaching, whatever it is. But this is like this pillar, like you're basically going down the chain. So way number 1 is going to be ad revenue is going to be low-hanging fruit. You're just going to get it when you get it. Number 2 is affiliate marketing. Number 3 is going to be sponsors. And number 4 is your own digital products and services. Number 4 is the one that made up the majority of our $7 million over the past 24 months. That has been the bulk of the revenue and the profit from those 2 single ones. So this is a major component of how we like to view starting a channel. So if you're starting a channel, starting from scratch, have these in mind that these are the 4 ways that you are going to make money with your channel, whether you have 1,000 subscribers, 10,000, or 1 million subscribers. This is going to be the pillars you focus on. So let's get into the next, which is what I call the second kind of mastery box, is going to be, you need to master and get clarity on who you're going to serve. So part number 2 is, who are you serving? So if you don't know who you're there to make videos for, what problems you're trying to solve, you're always going to be on an uphill battle of what video you're going to make, how you're going to make it, and what they want from you. So if you're not understanding from day one who that person is, you're always going to have this uphill battle. Now, what does this mean? So practically, this is your niche. You have to dial in the niche of your channel. So every channel needs a niche. And yes, you can try to make random videos, but if you try to start with multiple niches, you're going to end up with 0. There's a very famous adage from the book, The One Thing, where if you chase 2 rabbits, you end up with 0 or none in the book. And this is very, very similar here. If you try to multiple niches and multiple different videos and different niches on one channel, you're basically not going to get traction. So what I want to make sure you do is you start with one niche. Now, I want us to get into how to actually determine what niche you need to be in. So we have the micro versus the macro niche. So basically, you want to start in a micro niche. A micro niche is going to be, I'll make here. So a micro niche versus a macro niche. So the micro niche here, I'm in the notes here. So the micro niche is really going to be starting in a hyper-specific niche to solve one problem for one specific person. If you can do that, you're able to actually start building momentum to get into a macro niche. So let's say for us, we are in the make money online niche is the macro niche for the Adam and Fresh channel. That is, we're teaching people how to make money online through the ways that we have tested and tried and believe in. Okay, cool. That's a macro niche. Now, that opens up too many doors. So if I'm going to make a video, or if Adam's going to make a video on the channel about like, okay, so here's how to make money online, or 7 ways to make money online, or 100 ways to make money online today. That's fine, but that's a little bit too macro. That's not really attracting the right person that would actually buy our products, who would buy products from our sponsors, who would buy from affiliate products, who would even really watch the videos. It's just too broad. But the micro niche of that is going to be, I'll just make a note. So make money. This one is, micro niche would be make money with blogging. Okay, so the micro niche is make money with blogging. So automatically we take the market from this giant market to this tiny market. You think, well, that's a bad thing, Colin. No. When you're starting, you only want to be in the micro niche. If you are in the macro niche, you are going way too big, way too broad, way too fast. Because here's the thing, you can always niche up later, meaning you can start micro, go macro, but you can't start macro, go micro. If you do that, your audience is, you have the wrong audience. You can always start small and teach them more or go a little wider, but you have to build that core raving fan of a micro niche. So we have that with the Adam Effort channel, is focus on blogging, affiliate marketing, content writing, things of that nature. And that is the path that we have kind of pigeonholed here in a good way. It's not a negative thing, it's a positive thing. So someone who's teaching you, oh, you should go wider, go broader, that's not the case. Yes, you can technically get more views, but you're going to have, we've seen this happen. We've tried this. you get more views, but less customers and leads. So you get more headache for less reward. You create more problems, complexity for less outcome and less benefit. So don't let that be you. Next, let's talk about raving fans versus algorithm viewers. So we got raving fans. We have raving fans versus algo viewers. How do you spell that? So you want raving fans over everything, because raving fans are the ones who are going to buy your products, watch your videos, and more importantly, tell the friends. They're going to tell their friends, they're going to tell their family, they're going to tell everyone who's like them about you. And you've all done this in person about creators. Everyone must have seen a video on Instagram or a video on YouTube or a video here, a video there, and we've shared it because, oh, I liked it. I know that someone like me would like this exact same thing. So a raving fan is someone who is really supports what you're doing by watching your content, buying your products, and they really get value from the videos. And it doesn't even have to be teaching them like something really complex about money. It could be a camping channel. It could be a fitness channel. It could be a fashion channel. It could be a tech channel reviewing products, cameras, iPads, computers. But you need to create the raving fans versus just getting algo viewers. So a raving fan is, you basically want to create long form edutainment. So basically educational like this, this isn't entertaining, but if you like the content, you're likely entertained to some extent by me, whether my tonality, my voice, what I say, things I don't say, that is going to be the education, edutainment type of format. So edutainments are going to be the videos that are going to build the raving fans. So the algo ones are going to be like so long form edutainment equals raving fans. So short, scripted, vanilla, can't even spell it, vanilla videos equals algo. So if you do a short, maybe call it 5 to 7 minute video that's heavily edited, heavily scripted, and is very vanilla in terms of what you say is very generalized, very unthought out. Like this is very thought out. I have pages of notes. I'm writing on the board. We'll be here for about an hour. And that is a much more like trust building video than you just doing a very short scripted video that get tons and tons of views because it's popular right now on YouTube or whatever. So that is a very key distinction I want you to understand, that most YouTubers will say to do this kind of video to get the most amount of views, the most amount of subscribers, the most amount of likes, all that shit. But here's the thing. This one is the money up here. You want to have long form edutainment videos teaching people a specific thing they can accomplish by watching the video. Right. So that right there delivers the promise I made in the beginning of this video. This is already a simpler video to make in any niche of any kind than it is of having to do all these crazy pranks and have a team and all this stuff and spend thousands of dollars and all this shit that like a Mr. Beast is doing. It worked for him, but that doesn't mean it works for you. So that is kind of the initial thing I want to get to with the raving fans versus the algorithm viewers. So how do you actually do this? Like, what is the practicality here? So there's what we call the pillars of you. The pillars of you is the concept we've kind of brand. And this has been a big thing in all of our programs called the brand of you. But for YouTube, it's more the pillars of you. Now, I'm going to go into this here, but if you want the full deep dive of this, the link in the description is going to take you to the masterclass where we basically have a full free training, about 2 hours of free training, bringing down exactly how to find your niche, build your channel, everything you need to do from A to Z on building your channel from start to finish. I have an entire free training on that down below. So if you want the full soup to nuts training on that, the pillars of you, everything about picking your niche, all the things you've already covered, click the link down below and get that. But I'm going to show the high level here, but if you want the full free training, just click the link down below, enter your name and email, and go get that. But for the first part here I want to go through is you have like these 3 main things. So pillar one is basically, we call it your identity. So your identity is basically like who you are and who you relate to. So this is, do this here. So who you are and who you relate to. So this means that people like. So likely my viewers right now, people watching this video, are like me. Whether you dress like me, look like me, talk like me, have beliefs like me, it's kind of true. Like a lot of our students in the Blog with Engine program that have come from the Adam and Fred YouTube channel are kind of like replicas of Adam. It's kind of weird. It's like they're 35 to 45, a lot of Americans who worked in tech or corporate and really wanted financial time freedom over financial freedom. So it's interesting. Adam's whole goal was always to have time freedom, have freedom of his schedule, freedom of what he does with his days, where he goes, where he lives, not just the most amount of money possible. And in our program, almost all of our students are like a spitting image of that. They're like exactly like, no, they're different people, different genders, different races, everything like that. But they're all have the same goal, the same relatability. And it's really interesting when you know who you are, your identity, if you figure that out through your pillar of you, this is what you want to make your content like. So I am a long-winded person. I talk a lot. I'm sitting here, the video guy Dan's behind the camera. There is literally, we've been here for, I don't know, 35 minutes of the same video. And I couldn't do this in 5 minutes. So this is, if you like 5-minute videos, you won't like me. That's pretty much a fact. And we would do shorts. I can't even do the shorts in a 60-second window without feeling rushed. So this is your identity, and also not just like what you want to teach, your expertise, which we'll get to in a minute, but this is really just your personality. So part number 2, I kind of spilled the beans there, is your expertise. So your expertise is huge. What are you an expert in? So your passion is one thing, but your expertise is far more important. I'm an expert at understanding how to build education businesses through content. So I'm good at building YouTube channels, brands, communities, things like that, and some of the really, really good programs and products that get them results. That is my expertise. So that's what I'm talking about here. I'm not talking about Facebook ads. I'm not talking about sales. I'm not talking about ad copy. I'm not talking about any of this stuff that you could be talking about in business that may be more exciting, but that's not my expertise. My expertise is building brands, personal brands, videos, YouTube channels, education businesses, making really good courses, really good student success. That is what I understand and what I love. It just happens to be my expertise as well too. So that is, you need to make sure that what are you an expert in? So expert in or pursuing expertise. This is big. So are you pursuing this? Because a lot of you watching right now probably are not bona fide experts in the topic, but you are pursuing excellence and expertise in that topic. So if that is you, that is fine as well. But these two things, or one of the two, are non-negotiable. Like for me, I'm an expert in this, and I'm also pursuing more expertise. I'm not just chilling, resting on my laurels. I want to learn more. I want to try more. I want to test more. I want to be more. So the same goes for you. Are you pursuing that expertise, or are you not? Awesome. So let's go to number 3 here. The third pillar is your unique advantages. So number 3 is unique, N-I-Q-U-E, see, spelling, advantages. Okay, so what are your unfair advantages? Let's do that. What are your unfair advantages? What are those? Because those are key. You want an edge. You want a cheat code. You want something that you can get from A to Z faster than someone else because you have an advantage. So really just take some time to think about what those are. For me, that is my ability to speak. That is my ability to produce videos. That is my ability to lead, as charismatic, personality. Like I'm basically this entire video just based on some notes and some doc. Now, is it perfect? No, but that's kind of my style. My unique advantage is that I can go on camera, I can speak, I can teach, I can train, I can relate without having to really prep, think about it, or take all day. So that's, for me, it's a unique advantage. So what is that for you? And everyone's going to have their own, whether it's in, let's say you're really good at teaching compounding lifts. So that could be bench, deadlift, or the squat. And you're like, I can teach this to a beginner or someone who's struggling to add weight to their squat or get depth in their squat or increase their bench press or the size of their chest or whatever the thing is. If you can if you know in your mind and you know in your heart that you can teach that faster than anyone else, that's your advantage. Or whether it's, say it's in relationships, you can help a couple repair a part of their relationship or get through an argument with your information quicker than what you believe is quicker than someone else. That's your advantage. That confidence, that ability to be able to get someone a result faster, to do it better, to be consistent, to do whatever, that is really going to be your unique advantage compared to someone who's beginner or new or lacking confidence. You need to lean into what that is. So the combination of these 3 is key. So I'll zoom out a little bit for you. The pillars of you, the key is to understand that you have to have your identity, who you are and who you relate to, your expertise. So what have you been an expert in, or what are you pursuing excellence in? And then what are unique advantages based off of those 2 things? So your identity, your expertise, and then what are your unique advantages in those areas that you can apply leverage. My favorite word is leverage. How can you leverage that to go faster and further than the competition? So that is going to be kind of the breakdown of kind of the pillars of you at a high level. Again, we have more training in the description, but that is kind of the high level. So to kind of end that there, let's get to the third part of this, which is creating videos that raving fans want. So now that we have who you are, your expertise, or your unique advantage are kind of the pillars of who you are, how do you actually create videos that raving fans want? So let's just do the types of videos. Okay. So we have 3 types of videos here. You have videos for YouTube algorithm, videos for raving fans, and videos for both. So you want to start making videos for both of these. Why do you want to do that? So if you have, let's say you have like long, let's see what I have here. We have YouTube algo videos only versus the algo plus raving fan videos. So what is the real advantage of these? Like the raving fan algorithm videos are going to be the ones that attract the right audience, but also get the most amount of views. And this is pretty important to understand, because if you could make the most niche expertise video of all time, but if there's not actually an audience for it, you're not really going to get any views. No one's going to want to watch it. No one's going to care. No one's really going to actually interact with the content. But if you're able to actually thread the needle on these, that's where the rubber's going to meet the road. So let's actually break this down with an example. So we have on the Ad Info channel, we have a lot of testing of mass market videos versus niche videos. So one of our best performing videos is, if you can see on the screen right now, we'll put a screenshot, is how to start a blog in 2023. So this has, I think, time of recording, like 250,000 views, ballparking that. And that video alone has driven us an insane amount of leads, an insane amount of sales. However, that is our expertise. That is our identity. That is a video that is our style of content. It is our way that builds raving fans, but it also has a high volume. So it's also a very popular topic in our niche, not at large, in our niche. So it serves the YouTube algorithm in our niche, which is super, super important. So let's say if I title this video, it'll be titled, if I started a YouTube channel in 2024, I'd do this. However, if I made this title, if I started a business in 2024, I'd do this. That single word distinction puts me in a way larger pool of people, which I may not want to watch my video. So if you want to go after the most amount of people, which I don't recommend, and they have no real intent to take action with you, to buy your products, to learn from you, to go deeper with you, they're just kind of like, it's almost like just entertainment. It's not even edutainment, it's like entertainment. So why I would make this this is why it's a YouTube channel in 2024, is because that's what I'm here to teach you. I'm here to teach you a specific thing. The channel is here to teach you specific things about YouTube, growing education businesses, etc., not just general business stuff. So that's kind of the first framework I want to get through your head here. So the formula I like to follow for this in terms of how many videos and what that kind of the percentage of videos you want to do. So I like to have an 80-20. So 80% of the videos you make are going to be 80% of the videos are going to be raving fan, long form like this, edutainment. I could probably do better being funny, but I'm not always that way. So raving fan, long form edutainment. These should be 80%. The other 20% should be long form algo videos. That is the ratio you want to have. So 80% are going to be the raving fan, long form edutainment videos like this. And then 20% are going to be long form algorithm videos. They're in your niche. They're still targeting your raving fans. But that balance of the two is really going to help you understand how do you get the most amount of views possible with your channel, but also with the raving fan videos making up the predominant amount, you should really show your expertise. Like if I have 8, 10, 15, 20 videos that are on building YouTube channels, on selling courses, on these things, this is really, really key to build just raving fans overall. But it shows the depth of my knowledge and my depth of my experience and the depth of what I can actually provide value on versus just having really entertaining videos with a shitload of views. So that's kind of the difference there. So that's kind of a good ratio to think if you're at like a high level. And this is pretty odd. Like I've seen there's a really popular channel, Yes Theory, which makes really cool content, but they actually they trained their audience, train your audience. So the Yes Theory story is cool. The Yes Theory story is interesting. They are a really cool channel. I love their content. I think it's really, really cool. But they have been in entertainment, purely doing challenges and pranks and personal experiences about personal development, which is cool. But then they went to launch a YouTube program a few years back, and they really wanted to actually launch a program that was going to be teaching people how to build a channel just like them. They got crucified. People were so angry at them. They were just calling them sellouts and this, that, the other, and scammers and all this shit. And the course was probably really good, but it got so bad they had to just shut it down. Like it was just so hard against their brand because they built a fan base that just wanted to be entertained. They're just like entertain them like dogs and just have fun with them and make these videos and laugh. But they had a hard time monetizing and scaling the business, where our business might be doing more revenue than theirs, maybe probably doing more profit. And we have a fraction of the headache, a fraction of the problems because we target a specific person from day one. So yes, you could do the Yes Theory path. I do not recommend it, but you're better off to build a really niche business that has raving fans that want to buy your products, services, coaching, etc., versus the other way around. So that is just you want to train your audience to really actually support you. You provide value to them, they provide value to you. And the fourth and final thing I want to talk about in this video is consistency. So consistency is king. Consistency is king. So when it comes to building a channel, the number one thing that not only YouTube looks for, but also the people that watch your channel is that you're publishing consistent videos that get progressively better each and every week. So the formula I recommend is 1 video per week for 6 months. That would be the minimum recommendation. 1 video per week for 6 months. So a video like this could be, they could be 5 to 10 minute videos. Like, just to reiterate that point, like my videos are long because that is fits back into the pillars of me, or pillars of you. For this case, for me, is I like to be very detailed, give many examples, talk long-winded. I don't want to, if someone can't watch video, for me personally, for 25 minutes or 30 minutes, how are they going to become a customer? How are they going to actually become a good client of ours? How are they going to get results in their own business if they can't watch a video for 30 freaking minutes? They're not. So that if someone can't relate to that, they're probably not the right viewer for me anyways. So the 1 video for 6 months is the minimum. The challenge I want to make to you though is 2 per week for 6 months. That is where the rubber really meets the road. 2 per week is challenging for sure. So if you need to start with 1 and work up to 2, that's totally fine. But if you can get to 2 per week for a 6-month stretch, that's publishing about 50 plus videos, give or take. And that is going to be an incredible amount of growth you're going to see, not only in the channel, but in your cadence, your presentation, your knowledge, your speaking ability. So many things that go into building a YouTube education business that is way beyond just figuring out the right keyword or the right video. Is you have to be consistent to actually make the content you want to get results and just be a good teacher in general. So if you want to go deeper on how to actually build your YouTube business in 2024, I invite you to the link in the description below this video. It will be a long, about 2-hour training, totally free, of how to actually build your YouTube business, how we've done it over the past 2 years now, and how we are doing it in 2024 and beyond. So if you want to do that, click the link down below. And if not, I will see everybody in the next video.